Hi everybody, it's your boy Mark coming at you with another episode of the Ungrownups video transmission for the week of April 6, 2014. So, this is Sunday, and Captain America opened this week, so a lot of people have been having a chance to go see it, getting to go see it, doing reviews, and my wife and I went to go see it last night, so it's very fresh on my mind. I figured we'd start out this week's news segment with a little lightning review of Captain America. It's going to be completely spoiler-free. I will not spoil anything for you. I'll just say that it was a pretty fantastic film. I know that there's been some people out there that not really liked it that much, or said it's kind of mediocre, but I really liked it. I think Joe and Anthony Russo, the two brothers who directed it, who were instrumental in directing several episodes of both Community and Arrested Development. I really think they got the heart and the humor right in the film. They definitely got the action and the storytelling right. It's a pretty fantastic superhero flick. Everybody keeps saying it feels more like a 70s sort of political thriller. It doesn't really feel like that to me. It does feel, you know, like a superhero film. It's a pretty decent action flick. I think the Winter Soldier as a villain, it was pretty spectacular. I will say through a lot of the movie, he doesn't really talk. He doesn't really have a lot of lines, and it's quite a while for you to ever actually see him and then actually hear him speak. And I think that made him like a little scarier. It's kind of cool how he came across on film. His character design was awesome. He looked great. He was definitely a match hand-to-hand combat-wise for Cap. I really felt like in certain situations Cap was in peril. But of course, you know, we've all seen set pics of Age of Ultron, and we know that Captain America and both both Black Widow are both in that film. So it was kind of hard to think, well, either one of them are in real danger, because we know they're going to show up again in the Avengers. And I believe between this Captain America movie and the Age of Ultron, Avengers Age of Ultron, which comes out next summer, the only other Marvel movie that's coming out besides Spider-Man, Marvel movie being the ones that tie into the universe, is Guardians of the Galaxy in August. So I don't think that ties into the Avengers very much, if at all. This movie definitely does. It directly kind of like dovetails right into the Avengers Age of Ultron. Like I said, I won't give away any spoilers, but you do get to see two characters at the end of this film that will be in the Avengers, and I'm not talking about Cap and Black Widow, and that's pretty cool. That was kind of neat to see. You get to see how their powers work for the first time on screen, and that was pretty cool. I've probably already said too much. You can probably already figure out who they are, but that was pretty neat to get to see. There are two teasers. Those characters I was talking about are in one of the teasers. They're actually called stingers, and they come at the end of the film. One is like a mid-credit stinger, so you see a little bit of credits, and then you get to see a stinger, and then if you watch all the other credits, there's a stinger at the end. The one at the end is not that big of a deal, but it does kind of, you know, that coupled with the end of the film really shows you where Captain America 3, which is going to go into production as soon as Avengers Age of Ultron finishes. We'll go straight into production. Cap and Black Widow and Falcon are all back. So is Joe and Anthony Russo, the directors of this film. They're signed on to do Captain America 3, which I think is coming out. Is that coming out the year after? Same year as like Star Wars or something like that? I'm not sure, but I know it's going to go head-to-head with something big. So anyway, Captain America Winter Soldier was really good. I do firmly believe that we got to see, this is probably the best Cap film that we've gotten. I think he was more Cap in this movie than in the first Captain America movie or the Avengers. You definitely get to see him use the shield a lot more, work the way he kind of works in the comic books. He's always throwing it and bouncing off stuff, and it just works wonderfully. And I love the Falcon. He was great. What a great addition. Anthony Mackie did a really good job. So my lightning review for Captain America: The Winter Soldier is 2 thumbs up. Definitely go check it out. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, I'm just really excited for the Hot Toys figures that this is going to give us, because we've already seen a lot of them. We've got a lot more to go this week. But before we get into that, we're going to go into a little bit of other geek news. And McFarlane Toys this week, by way of releasing the pre-orders for the next series of the Walking Dead TV series figures, which is, I believe, is like season 6 or series 6. the listing currently, and it could change, but currently it's Abraham Ford, who we got to meet this season on The Walking Dead. Carol Pelletier, who we really came into her own this season. She's a fan favorite now. One of my personal favorites, Herschel Green. We're going to get a Herschel figure. I hope we get him like leg on. We get removable leg, stumpy leg, robotic leg. We get some crutches. I think this figure will be really cool. It's one that I'm really looking forward to. We get the new Rick Grimes. This is going to be based on his look in the actual prison, so that's really cool. And then Bungie Guts Zombie. I can only imagine this is from the episode where it was in the first half of the season, where our band of heroes sort of like goes into a sporting goods store, I believe it was, and they sort of like, the zombies started falling from the ceiling. The ceiling kind of caved in because there was a bunch of them on the roof, and they started falling through, so I can imagine that's probably where they come from. So that's pretty cool. They're already up for pre-order right now at bigbadtoystore.com. If you look in the About section below, you'll see a link for that. And other geek news, this is pretty cool, even though I was never a fan of Dexter, only because I never watched the show. I haven't seen it. So that's the only reason I'm not a fan. I'm pretty sure if I watched it, I'd love it, just like everybody else. But Michael C. Hall, everybody's favorite psychopath, is currently the front runner to play Matt Murdock, the Daredevil, in Fox's reboot of the Daredevil, which is going to be coming soon. They're going to be getting that into production very quickly so that the rights don't revert back to Marvel. So Fox will stay on, it looks as if they're going to stay in ownership of the Daredevil rights. It's currently slated to be directed by David Slade, who is no stranger to comic book adaptations. He actually adapted 30 Days of Night, which was a fantastic film. I know they made straight-to-DVD sequels. I never saw them. They looked horrible. The first one is really, really good. One of my favorite zombie flicks of all time. David Slade has also been instrumental in getting the TV show Hannibal going over at NBC, and that show is fantastic. I think he's an EP on the show, and I think he directed the first couple of episodes. So I'm really hoping they do a good job with this. It already sounds like the ingredients they have is pretty fantastic, because I'm a huge Daredevil fan, and despite being excited to see Ben Affleck play Batman, I never really thought the Ben Affleck as Daredevil. I just don't think it worked. But on that, I blame the director. I don't blame Ben Affleck. That's just me. So, getting back into Hot Toys news, because I know that's what we're all here for, right? 1/6 scale news is because of the movie opening up, there were several shows around. There were several toy shows around where they were showing off the figures. We got a first good look at the Falcon figure, the Winter Soldier Falcon figure, which is really cool. We don't see his wings in this, so I'm excited to see how those are going to work. I can't wait to see how this figure turns around. But for me, this figure's looking really nice, and he could be a pickup for me. We're just going to wait and see. But definitely, what's going to be a pickup for me is the Hot Toys, what they're calling the Winter Soldier Stealth Strike Suit Captain America with Steve Rogers. They're doing both a standalone stealth suit Captain America, and they're also doing a 2-pack that's going to come with Steve Rogers, the Steve Rogers head sculpt, an additional body, another outfit, and an additional shield, a battle damage shield. And this set's going to run about $340, and they're both slated to come out in January of next year, which we don't know if that's an actual release date or just what, a tentative one. But we also know that's when the Winter Soldier figure is going to be coming out as well. Both of those figures I have pre-ordered. So I went ahead and decided to pre-order the 2-pack set because I want that extra Steve Rogers head. It looks really nice. I don't know what I'll do with the body because I'll probably never use the Steve Rogers body, but at least I'll have it for something. So both of those are slated to come out next year in January 2015. So down below in the About section, of course, is a link to the pre-order. And what else we got going on? Also, Sideshow Toys released their 1/6 scale Superman images this week. So this is not the statue that we saw before, which didn't really like Christopher Reeve at all. This is more in line with their comic book series that they did. It's like the Joker and Batman and Catwoman they've released already. This figure looks pretty spectacular, and he does have the classic suit on. So I can imagine any classic 1/6 scale collectors out there, huge fans of Superman, are probably going to be all over this. Is it Stu Murray? Is that my buddy on YouTube? That's the big Superman fan. he'll probably be all over this. So I look to see his reaction. I can't wait for his reaction on this. So what do we got for community videos this week? It's been a kind of a slow week. It's been really busy for me at work and busy for me at home, but I haven't had a chance to stay on top of my community videos this week. But two did catch my attention. If you're a fan of RoboCop, it seems like the huge Hot Toys ED209 set is being shipped out now. People are starting to receive those in. And somebody who I'm not familiar with, this guy only has one video up on YouTube. His name is ONESIXOMG. And it's ONESIXOMG. There's a link down below in the About section, of course, if you want to check it out. He has got a quick video up showing how the audio clips. He doesn't really do a review on the figure, he just plays the audio clips. So it comes with a little, the set comes with a RoboCop logo, and you press the B in the middle of the O in row, like lights up, and then that's what you can actually activate the sounds, and it's pretty cool. So check out that video if you want to hear how it's going to sound. And another, our favorite silent unboxer, Kidult Toy Shop, has got his ED209 in, and he does an unboxing. It's not really an unboxing because he's already unboxed when the video starts, but he does show off the figure and some of the things he does. So definitely check that out if you're a RoboCop fan and you're planning on getting this figure. It looks like it's going to be coming out in no time. A little update. Last week I was talking about, I'm supposed to be pointing this way, right? Or this way. I don't remember. This way. So last week I was talking about Kidult Toy Shop actually getting in their Batman 1966 classic TV series Batman from Hot Toys, and it takes typically about 30 days. So they must have shortened that down because that just happened a week ago, and I just got my email from Sideshow letting me know that that figure is shipping on the 15th. So probably ship on the 15th, probably take about a week to get to me. So not quite 30 days, but it looks like it's already on its way. So that brings us to the end of the show, and what am I playing with this week? I'm just blowing through this episode. What are we about 12 minutes in almost. But what am I playing with this week? I've only got one thing in, and that is the McFarlane Toys, the Walking Dead Daryl Dixon motorcycle set. This is a really cool set. It's got the newly resculpted Daryl Dixon. It's got his motorcycle crossbow, and expect a review of this soon. I did go ahead and do a review of the Walking Dead Series 5 figures, but when I was importing it, something happened with the video and I lost it all. So luckily the only part of it I was still in my camera and able to salvage was the beginning when they were all still packaged. So I think in the beginning of that video I said I have every figure in that wave except for this guy. I think I'm just going to add this to that review and go ahead and review all those figures. So that's Maggie and Glenn and Tyrese and Charred Zombie, and then this guy. I didn't get Zombie Merle. I don't need another Merle. So we get a review up for this pretty soon. I also have some transfer reviews that I need to get to. I also got a review of this guy. He's still sitting around on my desk, so look forward to this review coming out soon. And of course, in the next 2 weeks, I'll definitely be getting in my Hot Toys 1966 Adam West Batman. So expect a review for that. And that's going to about do it for this week of the Ungrownups video podcast. So as always, we're going to ask if you dug the review, please like, comment, or subscribe, and be sure to check out all our brand new toy reviews right here on youtube.com/Ungrownups and go see Captain America. It's pretty badass. So until next time, peace.